Good evening friends. So Umesh Mailani here from CGS Raipur. I hope you have all subscribed our YouTube channel. We are going active, covering different aspects of counseling, mentorship and your civil services preparations. So in Hindi and Chhattisgarhi we have already discussed current affairs topics for today and yesterday and the recent days. Now I will take this particular session in English only. So I hope you will get it, and if you need to watch it in Hindi or Chhattisgarhi, please do follow my personal page, which is Umesh Kumar or Umesh Kumar Mailani. You can easily find it. So in the last few days we have news at national level in the newspapers, and I will especially talk about the Electricity Amendment Bill 2025, which draft has been released recently. So let's see it. Electricity Amendment Bill 2025 draft has been released. Now what is very specific, what are the specific aspects about this particular bill? So the specific aspects we have can be summarized like, this time the government wishes to set the basis of tariff setting based on the cost. Although earlier also we had similar criteria, but then the CERCs and SERCs had departure also, basis of tariff setting based on the cost. Cost means in Hindi you can easily understand the lagat. We already know that the DISCOMs, the distribution companies in India are facing huge debt since last 20 years, and the government, the Union Ministry, along with the CERC and the Central Electricity Authority have been trying to reduce it, lower it down. Right now the DISCOMs in India, have around a debt of over 6.9 crores, and this debt is mainly due to operational cost and other items. It does not cover the losses at the end of production like I square R loss. प्रोडक्शन के समय जो लॉसेस है वो कवर्ड नहीं है, ये डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के समय मैनेजमेंट, बिल, टैरिफ, इन्हीं का लॉसेस है. नाउ द गवर्नमेंट इश्यूज like wishes to tackle the issue of cross subsidy also. Cross subsidy issue. Cross subsidy कौन से सेक्टर्स में देते हैं? We give the cross subsidy mainly in the railway and the manufacturing also. Manufacturing sectors. Now there has been few specific aspects which are going to be covered under this particular amendment draft. Is that the SERCs, I will just erase once. SERCs, State Electricity Regulatory Commissions, will have freedom to announce, set tariffs and announce subsidies also. This is one thing which is there. Again, this particular draft which promotes efficiency in terms of sharing of network. Let me clear this first. sharing of network, distribution network, basically distribution network by the DISCOMs. So this indicates, the privatization in the DISCOMs, and in the distribution sector in many states now privatization has been introduced. Say for example in Delhi, the Tata Power, BSES Rajdhani, BRPL and VYPL, they can share their distribution network among each other. So for example, I buy DISCOMs, so going ahead it will benefit the private players to benefit from this. Obviously we already know that the state governments, in most of the states still the government DISCOM companies are working, but in the coming years we can expect privatization of DISCOMs in states like Chhattisgarh, MP and other states as well. Now this particular amendment also will have some effect on industries. Industries may get electricity at somewhat cheaper rates, but going by the overall spirit and provisions of the amendment, we can expect that the electricity bills shall be on higher side for the consumers. So industries may have electricity at cheaper rates. Overall, electricity tariff bills will increase. Okay, so now I specifically wanted to share this particular current affairs because in the recent days we have seen the hike in electricity tariffs and doing away of tariffs, electricity tariffs in Chhattisgarh state also. Chhattisgarh state government has done away with the earlier subsidies, half rates for consumers having up to 400 units etc. So in Chhattisgarh already the price has hiked, so it may be a question in the interview and the exams also. Chhattisgarh is a surplus state, and with respect to Chhattisgarh, we will talk about what is the current scenario in Chhattisgarh. So let's talk about, we are a surplus state and our current production is about 30,000 generation capacity. Around 30,000 megawatt. When our state became a separate state in around 2001, we had around only in 2001 our generation capacity was hardly 1400 megawatt. Now with respect to Chhattisgarh, another peculiar thing has to be told is that we are far ahead, around double with respect to the with regard to the per capita consumption in Chhattisgarh. So let me write per capita electricity consumption. in Chhattisgarh is far ahead than the national average. Our national average is around 1255 units per year. 1255 units per year is the average national electricity consumption, but in case of Chhattisgarh it is 2211 units. So it does not mean that most of the tribal and rural based population of Chhattisgarh consumes this. It is because of the industrial consumptions that our per capita consumption is very high in Chhattisgarh. For example, our generation of 30,000 is the total generation, which includes the center, private and the own generation by the Chhattisgarh government PSUs. So CS PDCL. So the overall generation capacity is 30,000 megawatt, and we target it to 60,000 megawatt soon also. And you know, this higher consumption is because of industries, that I wanted to make you all clear. Now we also need to discuss the target and achievement of some of the biggest player. For example, the NTPC is a central PSU which has quite a large capacity in Chhattisgarh. It has the headquarter of its west region in Naya Raipur only, and now it has the present capacity of around 7180 megawatt. It is going to increase to around 9580, that is around 10,000 megawatt in the next 4 years by 2029. Now we need to remember the biggest power plants units of NTPC, that is in the Lara Raigad and in Sipat Bilaspur, and then in the Korba also. So Lara has a capacity of about 1600 megawatt, which is still under expansion, and then the Sipat power plant of NTPC has a generation capacity of around 2980 megawatt. It is also still under expansion. Then apart from this, we have the unit in Korba also, which is under which will be enhanced later on. Now when it comes to the role of NTPC, it also contributes by way of CSRs. So by way of CSRs, it contributes to the development of the state. So when it comes to the CSR side, we already know it has contributed to various sectors. For example, education, health, etc., and development, maybe development. So NTPC CSR. So in education, it helped in triple IT Raipur. In health, it has contributed significantly for the Balco Hospital Raipur and a super specialty hospital in Bilaspur. And with respect to development, it has contributed to multiple places. For education, it has recently contributed around 42 crore rupees, 42.56 crore for Nalanda Library in Raigad. Nalanda Library in Raigad. Okay. For triple IT, it had contributed 200 crore rupees. For Balco Hospital, it had contributed around 50 crore maybe. I am not per se sure. And for this Nalanda, it has contributed 42 crore, 42.56 crore. For super specialty hospital in Chhattisgarh, only 5.5 crore recently. And for development, recently it contributed to Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram in Jaspur Nagar, around 35 crore to Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram, Vanvasi Kalyan Ashram, Jaspur. So you can see these are the roles of central PSUs which you can use in the essay paper, in other GS papers also. CSR is a very important aspect. Apart from this, it also invests in sustainability aspects, gender development aspects, etc. So this has to be seen. If we see the state of renewable energy in Chhattisgarh, we already have around 15% of Chhattisgarh's electricity comes from RE based power right now. And then Rajnandgaon has critical role to play. We have a battery storage based solar power plant near Dongargarh, which has a capacity of around 660 megawatt. And then there is one grid connected solar power plant of around 100 megawatt in Rajnandgaon. So these are two very important initiatives. Apart from that, we have solar microgrids developed by CREDA and state governments, CSPDCL, etc. in different far-flung areas. We have roles of important schemes like PM Janman Yojana and then Dharti Aba Yojana, Niyat Nillarar Yojana, etc., which are contributing significantly for the development and the reach of electricity to the forest areas, far-flung areas, villages, tribal villages, etc. Around 80,000 houses have been electrified through these particular schemes with the solar as well as the electricity connections. So I already told about the RE space. We have the Surya Mitra PM Surya Ghar Yojana and the recent new schemes which provide significant subsidy to the consumers, along with the provision of finance also. After the recent hike of electricity, doing away with the subsidies, the government is pushing it aggressively in different districts. So there is significant subsidy, finance facility which we need to avail as a consumer, along with the net metering facility with bi-directional meters. So grid connectivity is there, and if we use less electricity than what we export from our solar unit, we will get some credit from the DISCOM, that is CSPDCL. In case we use a bit of extra than our solar plant produces, it will be adjusted in the bill. So over 55,000 participants or applicants, consumers have applied for this. Around 5,000 solar power units, the SPVs have been installed at homes, and around 60,000 are in the ongoing stage. Solar mini grids are also proposed for far-flung areas by the CREDA, etc. So this is with regard to the electricity in the Chhattisgarh. Now we will talk about some other current affairs also. So when we need to talk about, let me have the water. when it comes to international current affairs, we are seeing the Nobel Prize for different categories being announced. So recently the Nobel Peace Prize was in the news because the US President Trump had seen his nominations, and due to his ongoing claims of making peace between different countries. Recently he was in the news for making peace and ending the Operation Sindoor by mediating between India and Pakistan. So he is claiming this thing with regard to Ukraine, also with regard to the Iran and Israel also. Right now, today itself, the Gaza peace plan discussions are going away. 20-point plan has been proposed by Trump administration, and the discussion continued at Sharm el-Sheikh, and it is between the Israel and Hamas. So our Prime Minister Modi has not gone, but the State Minister is representing along with the delegation in here. The delegation from Japan, Pakistan, different countries are there in this particular Sharm el-Sheikh discussion, first round of discussion under the Gaza peace plan. So Trump has not been given the Nobel Prize this year. So who won the Nobel Prize? She is the leader from social activist, you can say, and the leader who fights for democracy and rights in Venezuela, Maria Corina Machado. Her full name, it reflected, it was in the 2025 Times also. So Maria Corina from Venezuela, South America, has won the Nobel Peace Prize. This is a very important name, and it has significance, global significance also, as first time the Trump may be feeling that he has not got the prize, although the Maria herself contributed, and she gave the credit of a Nobel Peace Prize, saying that it belongs to the Trump who helped me in this work. So Nobel Peace Prize was announced in Oslo. It has a price of 10.5 crore. It can be shared with 3 people, maximum up to 3 people. And Nobel Peace Prize, unlike others, can be the nominations can be by the state, by the institution itself, not self nomination by individuals are accepted here. So the important aspect here is that the Nobel Peace Prize Committee specifically appreciated the efforts of Maria Corina. The President Maduro last year banned her contesting, and then from the August last year she has been in the hiding. She is underground right now also. So the committee said that it is very important to appreciate and respect the courageous people. When the people in the power comes and it exhorts to violence, and due to the fear, it starts to condemn and suppress the rights of the people, democratic values, then those who come forwards and fights for this particular constitutional and human values, they must be respected. This was the point made by the Nobel Committee, and this was the only point, because Nobel was not conferred to the Trump, because Trump also makes peace. If he makes the peace, but he does it, he involves himself, his country, due to the vested interest of America. And by carrot and stick, if you are going to make peace between two countries for your own vested interest, such Nobels are just to appease you, not to appreciate you. This point has to be remembered by us all with regard to the Nobel Peace Prize, which may be important. So with regard to Chhattisgarh, if we see other current affairs, important topics are that for the first time there are collector conference going on. Conference in Chhattisgarh. Here DFOs have also been, district collectors plus DFOs have been invited, and the Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister is having discussion and review sessions along with his team. So in the coming time, on 28th, 29th, we will have the DIG conference also. So the focus in this particular meetings are towards the cleanliness, Swachh Bharat mission, and for the waste management, etc., especially on the town municipalities level, etc., and he has directed many district collectors and officers to be on the field since the morning, etc. From 15th November, the paddy procurement process will start. So this time 21 quintal per acre procurement has to be done at the rate of 3100, and now last year, it is today in the news that on an average Chhattisgarh is expected to procure around 10 to 15 lakh ton of paddy, but it procured more last year. So there is issue of corruption, and people from outside, middlemen and others, generally sell their paddy to the under the government procurement scheme for want of excess payment. So this is one of the issue which is in the news today, and today the news about the different corruptions issues, etc., in the health sector with respect to the supply of medicines and equipments. Their lack of quality, substandard quality has been in the vogue. There has been multiple news with regard to the Dharti Aaba, PM Janman schemes, etc. So PM Janman, Dharti Aaba, Niyat Nallar, etc., all are for tribal development, and convergence of different schemes are there, and Chhattisgarh is doing well with regard to the housing, Pakka house, with regard to the water connection, with regard to the road connectivity, with regard to the electricity, etc. But there are different aspects like with regard to education, with regard to the skill development, with regard to the coaching, with regard to self-employment, entrepreneurship, etc. These initiatives are still superficial, and there have been news of corruptions in different schemes also with regard to procurement under the GEM, etc. So you need to read about one particular article 275 with respect to the grants from Finance Commission, which has been in the news, but the article is from the background which you need to revise. You also need to revise the PVTGs, their locations in which districts. So we have 5 PVTGs: Abuj Madia, Baiga, Birhor, Kamar, Pahadi Korwa, Pando and Bhujia. These Pando and Bhunjia are adopted by the governor or to say president, and other 5 are the PVTGs from Chhattisgarh. We need to see their geographical locations, their social cultural aspects as well. These may be very important with respect to the interview and upcoming prelims exam also. So another news we will cover today and discuss in detail is with regard to the RTI Act. Yesterday only in the VYAPAM one question was asked with respect to the RTI, that what is the maximum penalty which can be imposed on the public information authorities in case of non-compliance or non-supply of information or supply of misinformation. So the answer is 250 rupees per day up till 25,000. Maximum 25,000 rupees can be imposed as penalty per case, along with the disciplinary actions if possible. So the RTI Act has completed 20 years yesterday. It was implemented. It came into effect at 12th October 2005. So for CGPSC it is very important. In GS paper like 7 for essay with respect to polity and public administration, and for interview also. So in the next video we will discuss about its efficacy, its present status in India. It is also very useful for GS paper 2, GS paper 4 and public administration aspirants for UPSC. So let us see the seminal features and status of implementation in India with respect to the RTI Act in the next upcoming videos. Please do subscribe this particular YouTube channel and share your comments. You can also visit our CGS by Umesh app for the counseling of aspirants, mentoring, etc. Not only with respect to the civil services, but also for students, for professional engagements, for other aspects. You can find the detail. It is very comprehensive, and there are multiple experts with diversified experience in their own areas who will provide you the career counseling and mentoring in CGS Raipur, CGS network. Thank you so much.